How to accomplish financial freedom. Hello, everybody. It's really great to have you on here. I see some people live. If you can just give me a few seconds, we'll start in a few seconds. I just want to say hello to my chatters here. So, hi, Mary. Hi, Jody. Hi, Ola from Sweden. Matthew, my son. Hi, Karen. Great to have you on here. Sandy, and there's Craig, and we're ready to go. So, how to accomplish financial freedom. Now, really briefly, I just want you to know that I didn't know that I didn't know that I didn't know. For me, simple. I grew up in Williston, North Dakota. I was taught to, get a job. And I got a job really, really early. I understood that there was money. I liked to make money. I wanted a new bicycle. My family grew up really, really, really poor. So if I wanted a bicycle or if I wanted anything, I needed to make the money. So it's easy. I went out immediately, started asking, how can I make money? Of course, shoveling sidewalks and mowing lawns, working for farmers, picking rocks, preparing the field, stuff like that, because I grew up around a bunch of farms and ranches. And so, that's the stuff I did. Then all of a sudden, I couldn't get a job because I was too young. And so I got a paper route. And on that, they had a newspaper called The Grit. And I added that. And that's how I actually earned money. Now, the only other way that I knew was really not an education route. Everyone I knew didn't have an education to become getting a job. And we just always had a lot of jobs that were available in the area that I grew up. And so my uncle, Sid, nice, his name is, he told me, Robert, he said, you're really good with your hands. So go out and go to a trade school. I went to the North Dakota. They changed the name, North Dakota State School of Science, I believe, College of Science, out of Wapaton, North Dakota, and came out and now I have a degree in being an auto mechanic. So now that's what I'm doing. So you got to understand that I only knew what I knew. And so all of a sudden I realized about 26, 27 that somebody lied to me. A lot of people lied to me because I really truly believe that working, if I just worked harder, got there earlier, took shorter lunches, no breaks, work late, the more I worked, the more I had some of these old guys, mechanics, that were looking at me and they were laughing. And they go, Robert, don't you know anything that you do in overtime that the government takes half of your money? And I was like, what? And so I was really closed minded, wasn't open to anything. Plus, I had this imagination of one day being a crew chief. And so that's my life. Now I end up at the wrong place at the wrong time and I get hurt. And a van came off a hoist. I tried to stop it. And, I'm glad I decided to do that because not only did it mess up my knee, but it immediately put me in a place where I didn't have an identity. And I always tell people that your mind's like a parachute, right? And so now I have the government or the state basically tell me under workman's comp that they were going to take away my $900 a month if I didn't find something new, a new job, and that they would pay me to reschool me for a new occupation other than being an auto mechanic. And to be brutally honest with you, which I always am, I didn't feel like I was smart enough. I was dyslexic in school. I got to go to all the special classes. And so I was like, I got to work with my hands, like my uncle said. Then all of a sudden, a guy in my book, you can go to roberthollis.com/free. Rat Race to Freedom, my rags to riches story is all of a sudden I had this guy named Sean Hennigan, and I only met him a few times. And he reached out to me and he said, listen, Robert, he said, I met this guy. I seen his monthly check. It was $62,000. It was in the company envelope. and it was still attached to the stub. And he's looking for people with no experience, and he will train you with his system to make six figures a year. I was like, shut up. Are you kidding me? I want to meet this guy. And when I went and meet him, first of all, they showed a video for about, I think, 45 minutes. And then he come out and he started telling me all these things that I have never heard, wasn't taught in school. He talked about Albert Einstein talking about compounding is like the eighth wonder of the world. So you're either earning it or paying it. Of course, compounding interest, right? And then I had my mentor say to me the couple of things. He said, Robert, how much do you make as an auto mechanic? And I went $15 an hour. And he goes, well, why did they charge me 35 when I get my car done? I can't even imagine what it is today. I should check it out. And I said, wow. And he said, well, listen, a person owns a company. Under that, he's got a general manager. Under the general manager, he's got a new car manager, a used car manager, parts department manager, and then service manager. And then under there, you got service writers. And under the service writers, you have mechanics. And so you got to pay for the building, insurance, payroll, all of this stuff. So he said, Robert, the reason that you get paid wholesale on your income and they charge retail is because that's middleman profit. That's how a business works. And then all of a sudden I was like, I don't know, it was weird. I was like furious. I was going like, well, why can't I make $35 an hour? And all of a sudden, he started talking about this compounding. And he goes, Robert, do you realize? Tell me what ways that a person can achieve or accomplish financial freedom. Now, I'm just being honest again. I didn't know that I didn't know, And so he said, well, you could inherit it. That ain't happening for me. You could marry into it. Again, you could win the lottery. And if you guys have some other ideas how to become financially free, I'm listening. And then all of a sudden he went, now listen, the lady that you work for that owned it. Oh, I said she, first one was Roger Penske. And he goes, does he own more than one car dealership? I said, he owns the number one car dealership in every make and model. I work for one of his 77 companies. He goes, how many employees do you think he has? And that was back then, it was like 77,000. So when you look at McDonald's or big corporations like Amazon or Microsoft, these big, huge companies, they have thousands, if not 100,000s or millions of employees. So see, that's another way to financial freedom, because my mentor just said to me, Robert, right now, as where we stand, how many people are responsible for your income? I was like, probably a lot, because I'm on, state of California, I'm on workman's comp. And he says, well, you can't do that forever. So I'm like going, so a lot of people make money off taxpayers, that's a whole different deal, right? And so governmental assistance, right? So what's another way? A company goes public. So now you got a company that goes public, and now people can buy shares of their stock, the basis off Wall Street. And now all of a sudden, if you have thousands and millions and hundreds of millions of people that are buying stock in your company, that's how your wealth goes up. So that's how Apple and now Microsoft, I believe Microsoft's number one now, went by Apple, $3 trillion company. Oh my God. So there's another way. I always heard this compounding interest, right? But it's like you got to have a lot of money to make that work. So all of a sudden they're saying, well, invest in stocks, invest in, all kinds of stuff, maybe Bitcoin or whatever. The problem with that is an average person really doesn't have more than $500. In fact, a majority of the people today don't even have any kind of emergency fund. So let's say that you put $500 into an investment account, right? And it grows crazy, 10% a year. 10% of 500, $50 a year. Now, I know what they say. Robert, listen, if you do this weekly and you do it over years and years and years, that it keeps, you know, doubling. And I believe the doubling rate is like every 7 years or something. So if you started with $500, 7 years from now, you'll have 1,000. Whoa, whoa, hang on. Whoa. So investing works really, really good for people that have a lot of money. See, because when you start talking about, I'm not going to put in 500, I'm going to put 10,000. So then 10,000 turning to 20,000, 20,000 turning to 40,000. See, it works for people that really are on it, right? But we all know that the markets change, the Bitcoin goes down. It's like there's a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk in doing that. Now, another one might be real estate. Real estate, right? Again, if you have one or two rental properties, um, what, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $12,000 a year. So now you just don't have to get a part-time job. You know what I mean? So the really real estate works when you're buying like apartment complexes, right? And now all of a sudden you got 20 units in an apartment building or even 200. Now all of a sudden you take that 200 times $500 in profit and bingo, you got it, right? Now, all these different ways, and I'll glance here to see if people, but there's another one that's happening right now, and it's been out there for a while. And it's basically what is called like a subscription model. So when you all of a sudden you see people like that, own a utility company, like, Montana Electric or MDU, Montana Dakota Utilities for natural gas. I can't get natural gas from anywhere else. So you got your internet provider, your electric provider. These utilities are become billion and trillion dollar companies because it's sort of like, not sort of, it is a monopoly. You really don't have any choice, right? And so now that's another way. So when the subscription model came out, all of a sudden you got Netflix that grabs a hold of this, and then you got Amazon. So you fill out, you join, become a customer or an affiliate with Amazon for free, right? And then all of a sudden they upgrade you. There's 200 million people on Amazon Prime. That's 35 billion. Look it up on Google. $35 billion a year on 200 million Prime memberships. So this is a neat way where a lot of people now are building subscription models like on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, all these social medias. A person can actually build a subscription model. Now, if you notice this with telecom companies, why are they constantly saying, we beat T-Mobile, we beat Verizon, we beat AT&T, then your local internet provider also has mobile service? It's because of a thing called attrition, right? So you could get your income to a place by getting customers, but then customers fall out. And so now what you got to do is replace those customers. And again, by having a lot of people on subscription, you can do that, or their monthly payment on their cell phone bill. Well, 37 years ago, I was introduced to another model, and it used compound and leverage and residual. And I was basically told, Robert, listen, I'm using today's names. Back then they were different. But Robert, there's people that have a shopping list for Walmart. They also have a shopping list for Costco. They have a shopping list for Target. They have a shopping list for maybe Macy's or Amazon online. And so, Robert, if you found a company that was solid, 10 years old, and documented, and you could get people to move like $200 worth of buying power away from those big $1 trillion companies to a company like this one. And All of a sudden, it's 60-day money back guarantee, and people try the products and they fall in love with them. Well, now what they're able to do, just like all these large companies are now using affiliate marketing. But the problem with affiliate marketing is it doesn't have the compounding effect. See, what you're doing is you got to get a lot of customers and a lot of people that do podcasts, a lot of people that do, YouTube channels or social media. They'll tell you about something, and then what they'll do is they'll share their affiliate link with you. So now that person buys one time, like this hydrogen bottle. I got this from Gary Brecka. You know what I mean? So he's interviewing Dana White, and he's like, "Hey, listen, you drink hydrogen water. Click on this link." Well, guess what? My wife bought the bottles, but listen to this. Did we buy any bottles next month? No. We found out these things last for years. See, that's leaving out the residual component, right? So if you're in 200 countries and you have 12,000 products, actually more, now what you can do is show people how to share their buying power, but now you can also show them how to get their products for free. And how you do that is very simply sharing the affiliate link, moving people's buying power. And now all of a sudden, you got your products for free. You took $200 away from Target, Walmart, Costco, and Amazon. You took it away. But now you found a way by referring with an affiliate link, like everybody does, monetizing your lifestyle. Now all of a sudden, you're in a position where you got all your products for free. Now, it might sound like nothing, but that's an extra $2,400 a year. What could you do right now for free? Get in for free, no money, and you can go in and immediately start generating income and add $2,400 to your income a year. Well, do you think that anybody else would like to do that? Of course they would. And now, as that organization continues to grow and grow and grow, now all of a sudden you have hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, hundreds of thousands of people responsible for your income. So my wife and I haven't worked for anybody in 37 years using this subscription model that also compounds. Because I'm telling you what, ladies and gentlemen, and please listen to this. Life is expensive. Life is expensive. And as we're seeing, it's like everything seems to be going up in price, but the income's not matching it. So if there was a business model that you could check out, become a free affiliate like you could with Amazon or Tesla or Microsoft or Apple. See, affiliate marketing is just the day and time. You look at the Kardashians or anybody that's these billion-dollar social media influencers. They have a link where people can buy stuff and stop using makeup with other companies and use my makeup. This is a proven business model, and a lot of people are not monetizing their life. And so, if you're watching this video, reach out to the person that shared this video with you and become a free affiliate and check out the little business. I'm teaching the same thing that I taught for 37 years. It was blessed to make me earn over $1 million by the age of 30. And I've made millions and millions of dollars a year since then. And I keep showing people how to do that. Get plaques like this where a person has made 7 figures. And maybe for you, you just need a little extra money. You don't need a lot of money, but it's cool that you get what is called real freedom, because once you get your income to double what you're making now for the first time in your life, you got decisions. And money doesn't buy happiness, but it gets rid of despair. To not have to wake up wondering, whether or not I'm going to be able to cover the bills. Now you have freedom. Now you got choice. You can make choices and do a lot of cool things. And so, I know there's a lot of different business models out there that can create financial freedom, but I'd like to share one with you where I've helped 67 people that have given me credit. a way to make sure that they never work for anybody ever again. So in 2024, I'm telling you what, this is the best time ever where you can actually reach out and learn how to build a subscription model and also a model that has residual that also compounds. Eighth wonder of the world, Albert Einstein knew it. And I'd like to share that with you. So, so many different ways to do it. I didn't know this information. I didn't know this wisdom. I had no clue about it. Now that I know about it, my goal in life is to get people to understand it. See, a lot of times we try to communicate, but like Albert Einstein also said, unless you can get somebody to understand that model and you can help a sixth grader or a 6-year old, basically understand a very simple concept, then hey. So when you know these concepts and you see someone like Kylie Jenner become a billionaire or Taylor Swift become a billionaire, it's like, how did that happen? They're just using principles that you're not using. All right. So once you have incredible cash flow, if you want to diversify into real estate or stock market or any other kind of thing, that's cool. But not having a large group of people that you're helping. See, that's the coolest place is that you actually help other people get what they want out of life. And in turn, that gives you what you want out of life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do me a huge personal favor and subscribe and click on that bell because I do a video a day. And we're here to help you every step. And here's the one. We're not asking for any money. Of course, if you want to step up in levels, you can. But everything that I know right now and over 37 years is free on my YouTube channel. So, I'm looking forward to helping you in any way. Take care. God bless. Love and appreciate you. And if no one's ever given you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. Bye for now and take care. See you on the next video.